Hello, my name is Michael, and I am the editor, CEO, and DM of the show you are listening to, known as the Bystanders. As always, a huge thank you is in order to both Gwinn and Shady Cicada. They are both very talented, wonderful musical artists that have allowed us to use their music for this little project of ours. So, if you don't go and listen to their entire discography right now, I'm gonna sneak into your house, and I'm gonna put Legos exactly where you don't want them. Think about that for a second. And with all of that out of the way, we can begin this week's episode.
Good.
Hello! Have we started the recording?
Yes!
What is wrong with you? Alright, hello.
This is the sound of me laughing maniacally.
Welcome back to everyone's favorite series.
We are bystanding.
Welcome back to Nickelodeon.
We are bi.
So, a few things, right off the bat, I do want to say, we did a little bit of a fucky wucky.
Off-camera grinding.
We beat the Ender Dragon.
In Bystanders.
I guess you could say we did do some off-camera grinding. Everyone leveled up, so.
Go
Because,
ahead.
level up in between sessions. But, Steve, you said that you wanted to grab the Lord of the Rings books, but the money is actually in your desktop. So we're just going to retcon and say that...
They were in the books all along.
No, we're going to retcon and say that they grabbed the
his
desktop and also the Lord of the Rings books.
Okay.
So that way, either way, you got your bases covered. So either way you want to flavor that.
Sounds good. Yeah. What Steve might do for the time being is get into his desktop, get the money, and put it in the Lord of the Rings book and keep it with him. That way.
Okay. I would also like to clarify, because I did not mention this last time, mostly because I didn't think of it. On the back of Damien's leather jacket that he got a patch that goes across the whole back that just says "Go!" and like a shebang thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Can we get a recap of how our outfits have changed so I can...
Yes. So Damien has a leather jacket, actual blue jeans, and boots.
Cool.
Right.
Does he have a shirt underneath, or is it just leather jacket, then just...
Yeah, no, he's still got his wife beater underneath, but he's got the leather jacket on now.
Okay, I see.
Lloyd imbued Hawkmoon into his stand, and the gun itself is black with a golden feather at the tip of the barrel. And when he pulls it out, chains wrap around his wrist.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is sick.
Cool. Let's see. Steve is wearing, now... Over his regular school outfit, which was just a white shirt with a green tie, he now has a purple jacket with a yellow lightning bolt across it, some green accents, and then just some purple, kind of just track pants, but not like dress pants, but purple, kind of. And that's pretty much what he's rolling with.
Donovan Halen in the version killer sweater.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I forgot about it. No!
Yeah, so we're gonna go from the sweater outwards. He's got a sweater that cannot possibly be qualified as a sweater. It does have the sleeves and all, but...
It's like 3 pieces of string.
Pretty much. It's got the V, so you can see his forming abs. You got little lines that form an H down. There's a little bit of green right here. It's
hot stuff!
It's a lovely lilac. Same color as his woolly socks that he bought. He also has 2 combat boots. One of them he gets converted into a Healy. Only one. He's got the beetle scarf, which is black but glows rainbow when he breathes. Mm-hmm. And cool. Yes. And a more loose-fitting, not less of a trench coat, more of just a coat with tails.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Okay. Yep.
I believe those are called
Also,
tail
no hat and wavy hair.
Alright, that's the whole party. No more Zanch, that's right. Anyway.
Zanch is still in Brazil.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so as you guys were, at the end of last session, Clementine gave you guys a kind of, a letter, a note with some of the information regarding the organization that sent all of the ghouls and possibly zombies at you. For those of you at home, Kyler pulled out an actual Clementine in preparation for this moment, and now he's taking a bite out of it because he's a crime against book god man. He's consumed it, peel and all.
Y'all eat your Clementine with the shell.
Oh, that's a lot of zest. Oh my lord.
He's got it with the shell. Alright, so...
Was it worth it?
Did you do it? What did it cost?
Worth it.
Okay, so
I mentioned to Michael, my parents left me with clementines, and I was like, I'm going to bring one just for the joke. The moment someone mentions clementine, I'm going to pull it out. And then pulling it out didn't really sell the bit enough, so I just bit into it.
This is gonna be a good session. All right, so Clementine starts driving away. He heads up. Before he leaves,
You lost your rowboat.
I don't think he really cares about that.
Okay,
Before he leaves, he gives Steve's parents a burner phone in case they need to contact him, and he also gives Steve a burner phone.
Okay.
He says, if any of you need to contact me for any reason, this would be the best avenue of doing so. My number is the only one on there. Only contact me if absolutely necessary.
Alright, good to know.
And he leaves the envelope with you guys, and he drives on out. So he pulls on out, heads back into the city. So you guys want to open the envelope?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
I trust this wholeheartedly.
Who didn't you give the envelope to me?
I believe so.
Yeah, because he thinks me the most trustworthy. Mistake.
Yes.
Anyway,
Mistake indeed.
Donovan Halen just kind of like opens up the envelope and takes out whatever is inside.
Okay. So, it says, it's like a pretty lengthy few paragraphs of text. There's an address on it, as well as some other things. It is a building that's said to be one of the most important places of Cherry Wine's organization. It is highly likely that the horde of zombies that attacked the Feisty Falcon came from this location, and it appears to be a building with the express purpose of creating undead. One of the Beating Heart's agents is currently inside the building, and they will meet you guys and assist you guys if needed, if you guys wish to enter the facility.
Oh, we've definitely got some scores to settle there.
Mm-hmm. And there's a code phrase that you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say to them, I could go for a Bloody Mary right now, and they're supposed to respond with, as could I'm parched. Once they're confirmed to be the inside man, they're supposed to assist the group in whatever you need, that's all you guys, without blowing the informant's cover. The inside source has also said there should be 2, possibly more undead stand users within the building itself, so caution should be exercised.
Oh, great.
It's a 4-story building, 2 of the floors are above ground, and there's a secret entrance leading to at least 2 basement levels below. The second floor is one room with several windows, with several snipers and lookouts posted, meaning that they have clear visuals on virtually everything around them. Stealth is going to be necessary unless you guys want to go in guns blazing. Those patrolling the top have sunproof clothing, and more of them are patrolling in the daytime rather than the night. There's also an alarm system, but the contact inside does not exactly know how it's supposed to be triggered. The first floor is divided into 3 rooms. The contact will be waiting on the left room of the ground floor, and will help everyone to find the secret entrance, and then they will escape to avoid blowing their cover. What's it, Kyler?
I vote for guns blazing.
Good to know.
No.
No.
I do not vote for
I've got a flamethrower. What are the undead gonna do? Burn?
Let
The snipers would say otherwise.
I think I'll be fine. I have a tower shield. You guys have to worry about that.
let our more sneakier people come in first.
You guys ruin all the fun.
The first and second floors of the basement have very little known about them. The higher basement floor is where the bodies are brought in and where more undead are actually created. The lower basement floor is where the vampire in charge of the base resides. The head of the facility wears an amulet with a snow globe attached to it. If you guys can bring that, or something else to prove they killed the head vampire, you are all to be rewarded honestly for your effort.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
So,
Okay, good.
that's all the detail in the letter. If you guys need me to review that, I can go back and talk about that at any point.
So
Okay.
is Donovan reading this aloud, I would assume? Or are we all, like, over his shoulder reading it, or...?
However you guys want to flavor it.
Well, we know one person is over his shoulder. We made it 7 minutes in and made a Lloyd Blind joke. I'm sorry.
Real quick, Steve, can I see that burner phone? I'm going to see if there's any stand energy with it.
You're gonna see?
Here you go.
All right, I'm
go
going
ahead
to
and make the check.
Yeah.
No stand energy around it.
Okay, cool.
That's just regular.
You didn't even have to roll. It appears to be. I mean, unless you want to roll to see if there's another house as a stand moment.
Also, my parents are, like, right here, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And they heard all this that we have to do, right?
Yeah. So actually, they're both kind of looking back and they're murmuring to each other. And after a little bit, Robert actually walks forward. So, Steve, your mom and I have been talking.
Yeah.
And
Yes?
if you want to go on this mission, we'll let you go. But I will come with you. And I'm going to be there to make sure that you're okay and that everything stays fine. Okay? I'm gonna go with you on your little ghost club adventures, and we're going to see what kind of shenanigans and tomfoolery you're getting into here.
A Big Rob's joining Ghost Club.
We've done this before. Look, I think we're gonna be fine. You know, I mean, these
Undead, a vampire. I'm coming with you. End of story.
Ba da da.
Yes,
Da da
sir.
da 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 da. Key item get Robert.
Yeah.
Robert, yes, we're objectifying Robert. Yeah!
Woo, yeah, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
No! That's what I'm talking about, baby!
Not used to how heavy they are.
Objectifying.
All right.
50.
So, Robert has declared that he's coming with you. He goes around and reintroduces himself to everyone.
Not me, I assume.
Yeah, no, he knows you. Lloyd, right?
Yep.
Lloyd. Yep. Okay.
Lloyd, 3 L's, no Z.
Okay. Of course. I don't understand how there could be a. Regardless. And you, Mr.
The name's Damien Drake.
Mr.
It's a
Drake.
pleasure to meet you.
Mr. Drake, it's good to meet you.
It's the firmest handshake you've ever felt.
Ooh.
It's like that one.
Ow.
It's like that one frame in Full Metal Alchemist where those two buff men.
Exactly. Full Metal Alchemist. You hear echoing in your ears.
I don't know what that means,
Right.
but it sounds epic.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, I'm glad you guys are getting along.
I hardly know alchemist.
Okay, so Robert is there with you guys, and he's just kind of. So, what do we do now?
Wait.
We go to the place and throw some heads.
What's happening to my mom? Like,
She's kind of leaning against the railing of the ship. She's still wrapped in a blanket. She's got a hot drink. She seems to be around and mobile, but she's not exactly like super stable on her feet. She's kind of wobbling back and forth a bit, but she appears to be at least standing. So
that's good. Do we have a plan for like who exactly of the people that are here were still like on the boat or near the boat?
Right. So, pretty much everybody that's there is on the boat. Dr. A is currently down below ship. Abel and Carl, you can't really see them. You assume they're down below deck as well. Your mom and dad are both here. Dad's next to you guys. Your mom's kind of leaning against the railing of the ship. And
Are we still out in the middle of the lake, or are we like pulled up?
No, you're up against the coast.
Okay.
So, and Sterling is also out on the ship with you guys. So.
Okay. So, let me think. Steve is going to go. Sterling's up on the top of the ship with the rest of us. Hey Sterling, are you planning to go with us in this little endeavor with the undead, or are you gonna stay here? What do you think?
I think I'm gonna stay here this time. I definitely want to go and kick some undead ass at some point, but
Sure.
apparently Dr. A needs me for some research at this point. If we can figure out exactly how the undead flesh that we can get from him, as well as what we had from Lloyd earlier, if we can figure out how all that works and plays, we can find out an even more effective technique at fighting them, and I think that's currently what we're looking for now, but definitely on a further outing, I will be with you all.
Sounds good. If my mom is going to be staying here, do you think you and Dr. A could just keep an eye on her, make sure nothing happens to her?
Of course.
Okay.
I'll see if I can call Guy and have him over here to help as well.
I assume one of
awesome.
the Fireflies is still with us.
Yeah, it's just on your jacket, chilling.
Okay.
Damien's like shivering in excitement. He looks like a little school child that's like really excited for something but knows that he can't do it yet.
Speaking of Dr. A, Lloyd's gonna go down and before the mission starts and ask Dr. A about his contact.
You go down and ask Dr. A. Dr. A is currently chilling in a pretty much almost completely dark room. He's got the light on, but the windows have been completely blinded shut. There's like duct tape around the edges of the windows themselves. He's on the complete opposite side of the room.
I don't know why you explained this to me. I don't need to know this. I'm blind.
Well, I thought it nice to you walk into the room and he's in kind of the corner. Oh, hey, Lloyd, how are you doing?
I have a few questions about your contact.
Of course, fire away.
Do you have any access to any of the data from the clinical trials, maybe?
He's kind of a. I mean, I could see what I could get. In terms of that, I've looked it over. Heard some things, some rumors. It's really kind of this Eastern pseudoscience. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but if you want some more information regarding it, I can definitely get that and get it to you relatively soon.
All right.
So I can. I'll call my contact and see what I can do there.
All right. Lloyd's gonna come back and join the group.
Sounds good.
I guess we're ready to go do our job.
Yeah, if you guys want to head to the address, that sounds good. Okay,
I feels like beating some heads in. Let's do
I'm ready
this.
to go. I think I feel a little better about it considering they're literal undead and they're not actual people, you know.
Undead stands? This is gonna be fun.
David's like, I get to kill them extra?
Yeah!
We should,
Reddit moment.
the undead shouldn't be too hard to handle with my newfound talent.
That's cool shit.
That is. Wait, what is it called? Lightning breath or something like that?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
absolutely.
Lightning breath.
Or life.
I like that.
Or life electricity.
Might be stealing it.
You know what? Lightning breath.
Lightning breath.
Lightning
There you go.
breath.
Okay, so there's Donovan's lightning breath. So it's a ways out from you guys' yacht area. So you guys need to take a vehicle. So this comes back to the question of who's driving.
Lloyd.
Truck time.
Right,
Steve's dad is an incredibly competent driver. I'd like to point this out.
I think
I want to get my truck back. We can fit everyone in it.
Yeah?
Does Damien want everyone to hop into the semi-truck?
Yes.
We gotta go get the semi-truck, isn't it the Feisty Falcon?
Yeah.
So the truck here is the truck here any of ours, or like
I think
who owns the truck that is
we
here?
stole the semi-truck, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's also at the Falcon.
It was the one full of grapes.
Truck
remember?
feet.
Right.
Yeah.
So the one that's here at port, though.
Yes, you guys have a conversion van that Nancy drove you guys over to get, and then
Right.
there's also the minivan from your family.
Yeah,
right.
Your family.
Let's take the conversion van. I don't think it's right to take the family minivan
Yeah.
to beat in some zombies.
The group pulls up in a
I feel like
minivan.
my dad would agree with that.
Us and the squad heading out in our minivan.
road trip.
Man, I can't wait to go play in the park.
We get like pulled over and they're expecting like a Midwestern family. And just roll down the window and it's a car full of stand users.
illegal weaponry.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Operation
Morning,
Playdate.
officer.
Can we help you?
This is a 16-year-old driving.
Okay, so that does bring us to the question: who wants to drive the car?
I'll drive!
This
I feel like that's not a good.
Robert wholeheartedly trusts this. I'd like to point out.
While everyone's deciding who's driving, Lloyd's already got himself in the back of the van.
Okay, cool. Lloyd's chilling. Back of the bus game. Hanging out.
well,
Lloyd is the back of the bus, kid.
He is the back of the bus game. He's hanging out. He's absolutely booling.
can I make a history check to remember how good of a driver Damien was with the semi?
You don't have to. You know exactly how much of a driver he was with the semi.
Roll psychic data through the
trying to hide
trauma.
from you that he's a terrible driver too.
Yeah.
He just wants to recklessly drive.
All right.
It actually would be more difficult for you to forget what happened rather than remember.
So Jonathan Halen gets himself, he puts on his seatbelt, but also wraps his new beetle scarf around him. Breeze hardens that to be extra safe.
That's awesome. Dad, I think you should drive. Yeah.
Roll
Oh,
persuasion.
all right. Oh no.
First roll of the day, baby. Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I have
One.
proficiency, so let's see. I switched it accidentally. Let's see. So that is going to be an 18.
On the contrary, I, an adult, can drive.
Robert, let's. Alright. Fine.
No, that's a good idea.
Damien kills the party.
He hops
He
in the
would
front.
never.
Does
Police is
does Damien or does Steve want to ride shotgun?
All right. Despite the do
Do you guys want to arm wrestle for it?
yes, gladly.
Okay.
You know, Damien is
Damien sets his beefy arm up, ready to arm wrestle.
Wait, Donovan Halen makes a construct table for you guys.
Yeah!
Steve
Both of you
puts
roll
his
an
slightly
athletics
less
check.
beefy arm.
Do you want to try to assist
It's a
anyone at
dex
the table?
check?
Athletics.
Athletics.
No,
okay.
I'm not going to. I'm not
You're not
gonna.
gonna
I'm not
trick
gonna interfere. This is really funny.
Okay.
No stands.
Lloyd
No
can
stands.
Lloyd can
Are you
still
gonna
hear
use
all
your
of this.
stand Anyway?
No.
I feel like Damien is the driver.
A natural.
Well, I rolled an 18, so...
Yeah, Jamie, and you grab his hand. Steve's like, okay, I'm feeling good. And you take it down.
I shatter the construct.
Yeah, you actually break it down and break the construct.
Hey,
Robert,
those don't grow on trees.
Yeah, I do!
Holy! Steve looks at his dad.
Wow!
yeah, you're bleeding from the knuckles slightly. It hurts. It's a bit of throbbing. Robert's like, you guys okay back there?
Damien's heaving a little bit and he goes, I'm sorry, I got a little excited.
Whenever Damien
Wow,
gets
were
to
you
the
trying
driver's
me not to do that
However,
again?
you don't fight me for shotgun. He pats the hand of God.
Fair enough.
Whenever Damien gets to the driver's seat of a car, police assault in progress goes to the top right of his vehicle. Razor line plays.
he's got the 5 stars bar.
Oh god. All right. Well, so you guys are on the truck. You're chilling, hanging out, or in the van, I should say. I assume Steve, you climb one of the middle seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If no one else is in the back, Lloyd is sleep. Wait, no, never mind. Damien isn't driving.
Yeah. So Robert wants to start up a conversation with Damien. He's kind of interested. So he's like, so Mr. Drake, do you...
Please call me Damien. Mr. Drake's my father.
Damien, okay. I noticed you have a lot of, weaponry about you. I assume that's for... Where...
It's a bit of a hobby, you could say.
Ah, okay, so you're a hobbyist, I can see.
Yes. I would love to collect, but unfortunately I don't have much of a place to keep things right now. Actually, as much as I love gun collecting, bug collecting is what my true passion is.
Bug collector. I used to have a bug watch, actually.
Really?
When I was little. Mm-hmm.
I used to have one too. A shame. A bully picked it off of me. And on that day I swore to beat every bully's face that I saw.
Ah, a respectable man and a respectable goal.
Yes!
I've seen
So,
Well, let me get my Lloyd cosplay going.
There we go.
so I just covered his eyes. Does any of you three want to start a conversation in the back as you're driving?
I was gonna make a joke, but I completely forgot what it was.
Damien's got his full arm out the window, Wheel of Fortune style. But the beef keeps going.
Does
I
he?
remember now.
Does he have the hand of God just like dragging along on the pavement?
Oh yeah. He's
I
just
mean,
got it.
Not the hand. Yeah, he's just.
Anyone who
holding it.
even sees the car has to make an intimidation roll.
Yeah.
They're just like, is that?
He's just got the shotgun. It's shotgun. He doesn't understand that doesn't mean that that means you don't have to wield your shotgun in shotgun.
Yeah.
He thinks he has to have it.
He's convinced.
Yeah.
Damien Drake evolves a weapon. You've heard of self-defense. This is self-offense.
Yeah.
Very, very good. All right. I can't give you guys inspiration if you're consistently funny. Guys, stop.
Oh, damn it!
I can't give you guys like 10 inspiration per round. All right.
That'd be
so
really
I
funny
assume
though.
Steve's probably got his MP3 player out.
Yeah, he's just looking out the window, listening to music, but he's just like listening to some upbeat music.
He's feeling better now.
Yeah.
The closer we get, the bigger the grin on Damien's face gets as he prepares for the fight.
Donovan's just like playing with like the rainbow and breathing on his scarf, just like tapping his fingers along it, seeing how it like ripples across.
Yeah, you get these cool little like occasional ripple, like you know
Ripple?
Osu?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know Osu.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Really? You buy Osu on your scarf?
no, but the way that ring of colors like go out and then slowly fade, that's what it's reminiscent of. It's very cool. Lloyd, what are you doing?
Lloyd is just playing with the Hawk Moon, trying to get like a good flick in from the jacket.
Just flick. Go ahead and roll a performance check using dexterity.
It's a part of my stand.
I know, but just to see exactly how flashy it is. Like you can pull it out
It's
easily.
rolling out
but-
when you fire it by accident.
Let's see.
Good.
How does and this is just Dex.
Performance check using dex.
Okay.
Proficient in performance, you can add that.
All right, let's see. That's going to be 24.
24, yeah. you pull this thing out. It actually is one like solid motion. Like you guys actually who are looking back see that it appears that his hand actually just continues to go and extend. It actually is like a seamless transition while you like flick up into the Hawk Moon. Like it's not there, and suddenly the full form is manifested.
Well,
chains are like
the way I want it is that when I go to have my trigger finger out, the gun spins into formation and the chains wrap.
You hear the cry of a hawk as it finishes.
Oh. Steve has his earbuds in, but he looks over and you just see.
Donovan is thoroughly impressed.
Steve performed shit pant, but yeah.
Hey,
Performance
Steve,
check.
you shit with that ass.
So Kyler is no longer part of the bystanders.
Man, it's a shame how Damian Drake died.
You just asked that question.
Yeah, Damien
Shame how Damian Drake went to Brazil.
disappeared into thin air.
Rocks fall and you die.
Just you though. Everyone else is
weird.
weird.
It just takes out that chunk of the cab.
All right. Well, so after the grotesque murder of Damian Drake, which is my favorite Agatha Christie book, you guys pull up to the location and you can see it from a pretty good distance. So, as you guys are actually driving up, you notice that something is weird about the atmosphere. This is a part of town where a lot of buildings have been abandoned. There were some floodings here. The weather wasn't necessarily great, and these buildings in this part of town wasn't really kept up to code. It's just kind of the less upkept part of town. A lot of these buildings are older. They're not as maintained. So
Looks like a bit of a shady area.
But
I'm a little too familiar with it.
more than that, it looks different than how you guys are used to. So if any of you guys want to make investigation checks regarding this area, you can do that.
That's
So-
intelligence.
Anyone who is living within the city, so that's Donovan, Steve, or Damien.
Okay, I would love to.
Intelligence.
Yeah, I'm proficient in that.
Yep, and it's investigation, so go ahead and roll.
Oopsie.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, sounds good.
5.
5.
That is a 10.
10? Okay.
I rolled a 5 to be fair. But...
Okay, so Damien, you notice that as you look around, there's usually a lot of homeless people around in these decently kept buildings. They
You would
usually,
be very familiar with that.
Yeah, they're usually fires started up and like areas where there's some blankets, and occasionally there are people who are giving out blankets and sleeping bags. The homeless community in Travago is actually reasonably well kept, despite everything else within the city. But you notice that there are actually not very many homeless people around, despite how decent the weather is. There just seem to be a lot fewer in this kind of area than there usually are.
Damien furrows his brow and, like, corrects his grip on the hand of God as he's got it in his hand. Something doesn't feel right here. There definitely isn't as much activity here as there should be.
Yeah.
I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised if there's a zombie horde in the area, but yeah, people are missing.
I'll
How
tell
far
you,
away
this is
is
my
the-
first time in the area.
How
Not
far
my
away is the
handiwork.
building we're trying to find?
You guys are actually pulling up, and you can see it from a pretty good distance away. This building is actually on the edge of town. You can see it pretty far away. You don't really need any binoculars or anything. Lloyd would be able to see it perfectly fine because of his enhanced senses, except for the fact that he cannot see it. But the rest of you guys,
Perfect area for some shady business.
yeah, really.
Yeah.
On one side of the building is a decently sized field. There's some knee-high grass blowing very softly, kind of in the wind. The other side is a large parking lot with a billboard above, reading, Dr. Sweet's Sugary Toothpaste, recommended by 6 out of 10 dentists. Below the slogan is a smiling tooth holding a toothbrush in one hand and a big thumbs up in the other. So,
Good to know.
there's a billboard.
I need to get some of that.
Only 6 of 10? That doesn't seem like a lot. And that's like
It-
That's a passing grade.
Not
barely.
barely.
That's
Yeah. The actual building itself, from a distance, you can see it seems to be pretty run down. It's made out of this kind of red brick. It has an old-fashioned kind of flat black roof. You can see a second floor with several windows, but you can't really see through the windows from this distance itself. There also appears to be some sort of glint on the first floor, possibly also a window, but you can't really see anything of the window or through it. And you can see that from the distance, apparently there's a set of double doors. They appear to be sliding doors. So, yeah, that's what you can see
This
from
is
the
the
facility.
toothpaste place?
No,
No.
this is our destination.
This is your destination.
Okay, so
the billboard is above the parking lot next to the building.
I know I'm not the most stealthy one here, so I'd like to ask what our plan is.
Alright.
Because, like, I could just charge in, but I doubt that's what we want to do.
Alright. Besides me and Donovan, is there anyone else who's particularly good at sneaking?
He can make himself invisible to one person, so...
I can deceive pretty well, but that's not really gonna help much. So
That
You can
Not
deceive
really.
pretty well.
I'm proficient in deception.
Steve,
Yes.
are you meaning to tell me you're a good liar?
What? I didn't say that.
Well, you've never really lied to me that much, so it's probably fine. But
I,
How about-
I did not say that.
how about you,
Oh, okay.
Robert? Are you any good at
If only that's how it worked. I didn't say that.
oh, okay, I believe this wholeheartedly.
No, that's
Yeah,
Jamie's
let me roll
line.
his insight check. Oops, he failed. Yeah.
I hope he has like a -5 to perception.
His perception is really good.
He's
His
a
insight is not.
He's
Oh,
a varsity
okay.
perceptor.
Yeah, sorry.
Expertise and perception. Insight, not so much.
I was on the inside team. Remember.
Right.
Alright, Robert, are you any good at sneaking at all?
I'm pretty loud. I think I'll have to pass on
Alright.
the actual stealth thing.
So-
maybe you two should go in first, and then we can follow up.
How about this? Robert and I can chill back here and wait for your signal to barge in and join the fight with the big guns.
True. What we could do is you two go in first, since you're pretty quiet, and then I could come up, kind of be an intermediary, give the signal when you two are ready, and then the other two could come in. Something like that.
Sounds good to me.
I want to say this is. I assume this is around like the afternoon to evening. So it's like a couple hours before sunset. Do you guys want to go in at this point? Do you guys want to wait for a more opportune time? They said apparently there's less guards at night.
Ooh.
So that might be a better way to sneak in. But if you go in during the day and you're able to pierce through the sunproof clothing, that could be a significant advantage if you actually want to fight them directly head on.
Damien just wants to fight more people.
However, if we do invade during the day, I would assume this building has a lot of windows, right?
Yes, on the
We could
second
be
floor
able
and
to
first
use.
floor.
We would be able to use the sun to our advantage. if
The
we're fighting on
the
that.
issue is the sun to our advantage is also to my disadvantage.
Yes.
And also
Yeah.
keep in mind there's 2 basement floors.
Yes. So we would still have to deal with those in dark.
Okay, I'm down for whatever.
I'd say we should wait until it gets.
Damien's itching for a fight, but could be convinced to wait.
We should
The
wait
problem is,
until.
if we wait, we should wait somewhere else instead of right in front of the place.
Right.
What I'm thinking is maybe we should wait until just before sunrise, so that if Donovan and I were to go in, we don't have to worry about the top floor for me. But if things go south lower, we can run up.
If we're gonna wait until sunrise, well, we'll be some time to kill.
I don't
don't
think we
know.
should wait till sunrise.
I don't either.
Because if we get caught in there and then you have a problem, that would be a bad idea.
I think a good time would be like, what time is it right now?
It's like afternoon.
Afternoon. I would say maybe late evening.
Remember, we do
Would
have
be
a
a good
contact.
time.
Remember, we do have a contact to meet here.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't want to keep them waiting.
There's not necessarily a time when you said you're supposed to meet them, though, so
Regardless.
Are they just here then? Is that what the letter said? Or?
they're chilling.
Well,
If you want to send a stand forward or look forward or something, you could get, like, you could see in, apparently the contact is supposed to be on the first floor.
I'm good at that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use, I'm going to switch to Act 1, and I am going to send Act 1 up using imperceptibility on itself, which it can do. So it is...
On what target?
Ooh, that's good.
You have to choose which one.
And we don't.
And I don't, we
well,
don't know where any of them are. Never mind, I don't do any of
That's
that.
assuming none of them are stand users, though.
Hold on, Michael.
Yeah, we know only a couple of them are stand users at all.
Yeah.
You said that we can walk through the front gates, and we have the actual like password for that.
You have the password. You have the
We have a password for our contact.
Yes.
Okay,
So that they know that we're the right guys.
gotcha.
Didn't I had to attach something?
This is tough.
I think we should just go in now.
Something tells me that's not a good idea. I think that the more we can avoid conflict initially would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Then again, I could use my ability, and if one of them peeks out, I could take care of them. I have no problem with destroying an undead monster.
You might have said this already. How big is this building, like, in terms of...
4 stories.
4 stories?
It's 4 stories total. It's 2 above ground stories. So you have, like, a decently sized first floor and a second floor that's only, like, half the size of the first one.
Okay.
How many meters?
I was thinking this was a skyscraper or something. Or, like, a small size. So this is...
How many meters is the floor?
It's around...
10 feet.
Yeah, it's around 3 to 4 meters. So not super huge.
In that case... I think we're better off maybe... Is there some way we could get up to the roof and then go down from there?
I can make a construct ladder, probably.
I can throw you.
I
like my idea
disagree.
Damien?
I mean, using feet of power...
And my gravity negation.
Okay.
How much does he weigh?
Why are we considering this?
Yeah, how
and
much-
not
wait,
the much-
wait.
Oh,
How much
Steve's
does he
around
weigh?
130 to 140 pounds.
Why is this what we're discussing and not my completely feasible idea of
This
making
is
a
Hang
ladder?
on. Hang on.
Let's at least entertain this first, and then we'll actually listen to
I
you.
can
Then we'll
completely
probably-
negate Steve's weight, by the way. I could make him just float up there.
Doesn't his weight come back out of your stand's range?
My range from my gravity is 20 meters.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's pretty
long.
good.
Yeah, that'd be...
Okay.
What were you going to say, Donovan?
So I could just slowly levitate him up to the next floor.
Well, that works for one of us.
Well, I could lift almost everyone here but myself. And maybe Robert.
Alright.
How much does Robert weigh?
Robert's considerably less than Steve. He's not super tall. He's not
Less than Steve?
less than Damien. My bad.
Okay.
I mix up everyone's names. Apologies. He's not super chonky, so he could.
How much
What's
do
your
you
weight threshold?
90 kilograms, which is about 198 pounds.
Yeah, you can lift him easily.
So yeah, Damien can lift everyone here but himself.
So,
Can
And that's fine, because he really wants to charge in the front door anyway.
Can you lift everyone at once?
No. I can only affect one
One
thing
at
at a
a
time.
time.
Yes.
so you can
You can
lift...
put everyone up onto the first floor. Well, first of all, you have to ask
I could make the ladder on the way up and you can climb that onto the roof.
Sure.
We could do that.
Well, you also have to ask how are you going to get there, because there's like a parking lot on one side of it and a field of grass on the other. So how are
We
you
would
going
probably
to
go
approach
through the more discreet field of grass.
Okay. Are you
How
gonna,
tall is the grass?
It's about knee-high grass.
Damien's just gonna stomp through it.
I hope you guys don't mind chiggers. He just been calling it.
Let's go.
I love chiggers. They're good friends.
Oh
They're
god.
not.
Lori can eat the chiggers if they.
Yeah, they would bite him and die. Is what happens.
Unable to pierce his skin.
Ah, I
They
see.
bite them and learn to suck the blood out of them. How much energy would you get from like a bunch of chiggers?
Not enough.
Couple hundred
They're not-
might be one
no.
energy.
It has to be.
They're not mammalian though. They're not mammals.
Chiggers aren't mammals.
Chiggers.
Okay,
Alright,
so are we going with this?
Are you guys just gonna crawl through the grass while Damien charges through?
Yeah.
You gotta
Do they
get
have
on
it-
top of the roof.
I'm gonna
first.
have Act 1
Or-
ready though.
That's what we're going
Do they have
to.
like any guards in sight? Unless-
You can see. Do you want to send Act 1 up to get a better idea?
I
I
have detached senses, so
I have expertise in perception though.
I can also send out my stand.
not.
I'm going to.
I was an art of varsity.
All 3 of you could send it out. You don't have detached senses, though, is the issue.
I have perception. I have expertise. I can hear.
Yeah, but
Movement.
what I'm saying is it's a really good distance away. So, so you can roll with disadvantage. You guys can
Once we get
roll regular.
once we get closer, my range is actually kind of low for range. I'm only +5 right now.
I have if for Act 1 I have a 15-meter range, so I
Okay,
can
we should
it
send
like
Act 1.
far
Yeah.
up and like.
It's not even gonna be anything. It was my initial roll was an 8. Anything less would not have done.
Okay.
Yeah, let's send Act 1.
Yeah, for Lloyd, it's too far. He can detect things pretty well, but the hustle and bustle of the city around him makes it very hard for him to focus on what specifically is happening within the area.
That's easy.
So we're just trying to see if there's any
You said
like
right.
guards that
I
would
said easy.
see us
Okay.
going through the grass.
Mhm.
So send Act 1.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you roll for perception?
I have it.
Okay.
That is wisdom,
I
correct?
could give them advantage if I make a tiny contract fedora for Act 1 to wear.
What? No.
No.
Oh.
But it does
You could
look
maybe give
dashing.
it like a monocle.
We're trying to be
That is a
discreet,
14.
not flamboyant.
14. Yeah. So you got you go up and you see that the glinting things on each floor are actually windows. You see that on the second floor there are a whole bunch of windows, and on the first floor there are a few windows. On the first floor there seems to be a humanoid figure inside of the window down there, just waiting. So that could possibly be your contact, could possibly be something else. And there's also a second floor, and you can see a small amount of light coming in. It appears there's something blocking the light from the outside, possibly blinds or curtains, but there is a small amount of light coming in from inside, and you see some sort of glint as well. Not from the window. You're not exactly sure what it is, though.
Hey, Steve, see any guards?
I see several glints, some figures inside. It's kind of hard to tell from here, though, but...
So we can probably make it through the grass, then. I can just quietly toss you up onto the roof.
It's kind of hard to tell where they're looking from here, but if they're looking out this way or not, but we can try and go in. Yeah. Hello, Izzy. Izzy, I got it this time. Yeah.
Is the riot
Iggy.
shield? Is the tower shield reflective in any way?
Not really, no.
Okay, then never mind. I was gonna have it hold it in front of him, and then it would reflect the grass, so it would look. It wouldn't be as noticeable.
The sun, too.
The sun.
We could at least try and get a little bit closer before...
Yeah, let's move through the grass. Let's go.
Can I make a solid snake box construct?
I don't think that...
The fact that it's in broad daylight, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
As cool as the construct is, this is broad daylight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is actually not
Okay,
good.
let's go for it a bit.
Okay, every one of you roll stealth checks with advantage.
Okay. What is stealth? Dex?
Yep, dex base, and with advantage.
Oh,
Well, keep rolling, it's fine.
let's see.
14.
Steed gets a 21.
Okay.
22.
16.
I'm afraid Michael might have just rolled a 20 for perception.
I got 22 for my stealth.
If you did, I
So
will
you guys are actually,
If you did, I will make a contract exclamation point.
you guys are actually sneaking through the grass, and as you sneak through, you hear a loud noise coming from the second story floor, and then, God damn it, you idiot! Your gun went off and nothing's even happening! Sorry, I can't help it. Sometimes I'm just a clumsy idiot. I know you're a clumsy idiot. That's why we renamed you that. You hear a blow like someone's been kicked or punched or something.
I can't wait to meet Clumsy Idiot.
Uh-oh, someone just got their stand activated. That's what happened last time someone shot a gun on accident in a 2-story building.
First of all, 4-story building.
Well,
Second of all, very funny. All right.
Okay.
So, I guess, yeah, there's no real window facing out from the second floor onto the first floor because you would just see the roof. So there's no real reason to have that. So,
What?
so
Yeah, what is the context?
it's a 2-story building.
Izzy, don't eat the trash!
He's like, okay. It's a 2-story building. There's one big story and one smaller story, and there's no windows facing onto the roof. Of
Right,
the
okay.
first floor.
So we would be fine just tossing someone up onto the roof of the first floor.
Oh, like a woodland mansion sort of thing?
Yeah, it's not like a square
I
building.
see.
It's
I
like
see.
tiered.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So I see what you mean by throwing them up to the first floor now, because I was like, why would I do that?
Is there a door from that roof area into the second story?
No.
Okay. So
Considering you guys are stand users, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah,
That's true.
we can just call on a window. It'll be fine.
Alright.
Also, you guys are within range, and
Yeah.
mainly one person is within range.
Yeah, I'm going-
And apparently,
I'm going to send up Act 1 and make another perception check to just see if I can see anything better from here.
on the roof, or are you sending them into the...
Just like, kind of,
See if anyone would notice if we threw a couple bodies onto the roof.
pretty much, that sort of thing. Just to see if, so, the
Do we still have the
couple
body
people that we
bags?
saw, like, I guess
No,
they're not people,
I don't think we took
ghouls.
those.
Or, I was
They're
thinking
just
ghouls,
in
something of
our
the sort.
still
Anyway,
humanoids.
Humanoids. The ones that we saw were on the roof, or...
The ones that you heard were inside the building on the second floor.
Okay.
There's no windows leading from the second floor to the outside on the first floor roof.
So there's no windows on the second floor at all?
There's no windows on the second floor that look out onto the first floor.
So we could get onto that first floor without an issue.
Yeah, with
Yes.
virtually no
Right.
issue. Yeah.
Okay.
You'd be fine.
Yeah, let's
In
go
that
for it.
case, let's give that a shot. Would you like to do your...
Alright! Damien's going to start with Steve.
Damien
Damien sets a
catapult.
heavy fist on Steve's shoulder. You ready, boy? And
let's
then
go for it.
He removes the entirety of Steve's weight to the negative, and Steve starts slowly rising up, and Damien gently pushes him up towards the roof.
Okay, and then I assume you want to.
And then as he gets up there, pop it off.
Damien,
That was
I need
an
upsies.
experience.
Sayonara da.
Beautiful.
Damien, throw me.
He throws him like a beautiful ballerina, but not quite as graceful.
Didn't introduce his weight, just talk.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
fine.
gonna reduce his weight though.
Okay.
He's gonna try to make it graceful, but it's not really gonna work, and Damon's gonna trip and fall on his ass. But at least Lloyd looked cool.
And there's finally there's Robert. All right, Mr. Drake. I hope this ability of yours works.
Damien nods, takes out his hand, meaty clasp, and then he tosses him up.
Whoa. He falls back onto the first floor roof. Ow.
Donovan reached out a hand to help him get him back
Yeah, you
up.
good, Dad?
My back isn't quite what it used to be.
Helps as well.
Hailing the ladder.
Yep. Donovan swishes around his trench coat and back in black. He grabs it and just sinks back down with the ladder still coming out, all Bugs Bunny style.
So you guys are going up.
And then Damien's gonna clamber up it.
Okay, cool.
Dude,
So all of you guys are on the first floor roof at this
the
point.
way Back in Black is like a cartoon
That's
character.
cool
is
as hell.
great.
I hope we're not making too much noise, but it's probably fine. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been much noise.
Then again, a bunch of people did just land on it. It's fine. Anyway, I'm not.
Well, they
let's
wouldn't
not give
have
him any
fallen
ideas.
very far. It would have been like an inch that they would have landed.
I am very graceful.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
So we
you
have
guys,
landed on this roof.
yep, you are planted on the roof. What do you guys want to do at this point? So you could.
I could bash in the wall.
You could
No.
bash in the wall. That is an option.
Donovan
It is
has
bright
an
outside.
Wait.
still.
I have an idea.
Oh, it is bright inside.
Donovan is gonna walk over to the wall. He's gonna have Back and Black peek in with his face. just through the wall.
Actually,
the
going to
side-
do the same thing.
It's the Saitama face of the
Yeah.
ground.
Found
you.
Aquaman's going to do the same thing. Just almost like the nose and eyes are just peeking in from the corner of the room.
Okay, yeah. So this, you guys both.
If one of the stand user zombies are in here, that's gonna look really weird.
Oh, they're just new masks that they hung on the wall, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But you guys both kind of creep in, and you see one reasonably large room. It seems like this entire second floor is part of one big room. It appears that there used to be some sort of wall separating it, but you can see that it's been torn down. There's still rivets and bits that have been snapped off of these posts and supports that were keeping the middle of the room up. Now it just seems to be one large room. There is a pedestal in the middle of the room with a large red button on it with a clear plastic container over the button. There's a post-it note on the button that says, "Do not press unless there is an emergency. Yes, that means you, stupid idiot."
Okay.
Was he stupid idiot first or clumsy idiot?
There are
Go ahead.
There are 6. Well, I mean, there can be multiple.
Yeah, there could be multiple idiots.
Yeah,
What if all of their names are a variation on idiots?
That'd be quite humorous.
very humorous indeed. There appear to be 6 humanoid figures, all of them wearing the relatively same uniform outfit. It is a large cloak with a pair of dark black goggles and
Dark black?
skin tight.
Yep.
What?
You
I'm
found
sorry.
comedy. Wow,
I'm
good
sorry.
job.
I'm sorry.
Dark black. It's a joke because black is automatically
Oh.
dark. But there's some skin type masks that appear to have been made to have so you can just see through the goggles, and the masks cover the rest of the face. They appear to be virtually almost completely protected to the sun. And you can see that every one of them is equipped with a decently sized hunting rifle as well as a short sword strapped to their side.
Okay, so busting down the wall to expose the sun wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, but now you guys know that. There's a large button in the center. There's also a staircase leading down to the first floor, and there's 6 of them. One of them is on the floor still, just looking kind of sad and kind of trying to recock his gun back, but he's not exactly.
Clumsy idiot.
Yeah.
So there are no like windows or like outside light on the second floor whatsoever.
There are windows on every side of on every wall except for the one that you guys are looking into. So I assume you guys come back and kind of tell everyone else the gist of what's going on.
A big one, a big red button.
Yeah.
I want to press it.
So do I.
I want to press the
We
button.
must restrain ourselves.
Something tells
I
me.
want to press the button.
Do you know what it will do?
Something tells me this is going to be an alarm.
So we need
I
to
don't
figure out a way
know.
for them to not press that. I have some ideas with intervisions.
We can break it.
Yeah,
That might set it off.
It's on a pedestal.
That might set it off.
That would be stupid.
Wait, Damien. Didn't they say there was some sort of covering for it?
Yes,
Couldn't you add weight to the covering to prevent them from lifting it?
I could. I like your idea.
Well, thank you very
I'm
much.
claiming it as my own.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Well,
Perfect.
that implies you
I do have to touch it to do that.
have to do that, and there are 6 guys in there, and you have a power type. You cannot get in there. You cannot get in there very far.
How far in the room is the pedestal?
It's in the middle of the room.
How big is the room?
It's reasonably sized. It's around the size of this room that we're currently in, which was about, I'd say like,
Would you say from at the wall is the stand 2 meters in?
no,
It's further than that.
it's better than that.
Okay.
But if you use your movement action, you probably get in, but they probably get a tax
Right, but I have to
opportunity.
get in to do that. I was thinking of maybe if it was a small enough room, I could stand outside the wall.
You
and sit
could
there.
enter from another dimension and be able to instantly press or instantly touch it.
What?
Oh, yeah, wait, how...
We're talking like
Yeah, the floor's not bigger than 2 meters. I could
Yeah.
get on top of the other roof.
Yeah, we're talking axes. We're talking axes here, not
Okay.
not.
No, but we're
Sorry,
thinking
yeah, you
we're
can-
thinking 2-dimensional here in terms
Hey,
of
Lloyd!
plane.
Hey, Donovan. Can I have another ladder?
Sure.
Damien climbs up to the second floor, right to the center of the room, and sends OK Go into the room.
They might be stand users though. Keep that.
You already put your stands in, they don't look like
But
the big guys.
They were just in the corners.
Also-
that
And
sort
if
of
they
thing.
see OK Go, oh no, I'll have to break the ceiling open and tear their clothing.
Wait,
I only got cleave recently.
Uh-oh.
Damien, let me stick back in Black's face through the wall again so I can guide you. I do not think you have detached senses, so
I was just gonna fumble blindly.
that would have gone really well.
Okay, yeah.
Wait,
I would appreciate the help.
wait. No, like adding weight, just touching everything.
Clumsy
Eventually, one of these will feel like a cover.
Clumsy its rifle just like bashes into you. Ah! No! Did you drop your gun again?
It actually wasn't me this time.
It was really heavy. Oh, sure.
Right, it was 200 pounds.
Hey, stop telling half truth. That's lying idiot's job, alright? Stop stealing his bit.
Point of inspiration.
So that has to
That
get
one
that.
deserves it.
So yes, he would love your help, Donovan.
Yeah, so Donovan and Damien, I assume, Donovan, you're going to get on
So-
top of the roof as well to help him with that?
Yeah,
Damien
sure.
reaches a hand down, negates his weight, and pulls him up.
Oh.
All right.
Whoa!
Those 2 are on top of the second floor. Us 3 are
On
Yeah.
the first floor roof.
So with Donovan's help, Damien would like to go down with OK Go and reach out and just touch the top of the cover.
Since he doesn't
There's a barely audible whoom as the pedestal has a bunch of stress put
So
onto
he
it
is
suddenly.
capable of adding 200 pounds
He
to
doesn't.
it.
He does not quite get out on the first try. So okay, Back in Black has to grab his arm and readjust it. Put it on.
How beefy are these people? These humanoids in the room?
Well,
They're
They are
very-
zombies, so they do have a lot of strength.
yes.
But
They all appear to be pretty covered from head to toe, so you're not exactly sure.
that will certainly slow them down at least.
Yeah, from your previous experience, you think that it might at least be a decent safeguard.
From my experience.
So,
All right, we could do this.
what are you guys thinking?
We could
Well, now they can't do the alarm.
we could be stealthy about this and pick them off one by one, or we could just charge in.
Or we could bust in the roof, let all the sunlight in, and beat the hell out of them.
Also,
I vote for that. I like my idea.
I feel like taking them out one by one would be a better option, be a little more secure, and
Okay, how about this? Stealth guys. You do your one by one thing. The moment the group notices that shit's going down, then I bust in the roof.
I'm fine with that. I feel like I have a lot of capability for them to not notice us. So
Steve, keep your stand like peeking into the room to tell Damien and Robert when
to
stuff
bust in.
sure,
when things go down.
sure. I'm gonna keep Act 1 just in the very corner of the room. The eyes and you know how it's like the pointed snake form. The eyes and the nose are just barely visible.
Question: what's the light level like in the room?
Light level in the room itself is pretty decent. There's an electric lamp hanging from the ceiling.
We're talking D6 territory here.
It's bright enough. In the corners, you could probably pull off a D6, but in the actual center of the room itself, probably not.
All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna like go over to the corner of the room. Not quite in the room all the way yet. He's gonna reach into the corner. I'm gonna breathe. He's gonna take out a quarterstaff for himself.
Okay.
Back in black at the monk.
Zabonk. Alright,
I plan on doing some poking with electricity and shadows.
so
Good.
what are you guys going to be doing in terms of...
Entrance.
Damien's going to very impatiently wait to bust in.
So I assume you have the reaction prepared to
Yes, he's
use
got his
feet of
fist.
power.
He's got his fist cocked back to use feet of power on the roof the moment shit goes down.
All right.
So
Positively brilliant.
he's gonna let them take a few out, but the moment the larger group notices, he's busting in.
Sounds good.
All right, Donovan. Can you see any windows? Because I can't.
All right. So there are 3 windows from what I've seen. There's one on the far wall and 2. There are windows in every. There's one window on every wall.
There's 2 windows on each wall, except for the one you guys are on. So
There's
there's
2 windows.
2, and 2.
There are 6 windows in total, 2 per wall, except for the one that we are next to.
All right.
Looking in, where are each of the guards placed?
They're placed where they're like patrolling around and looking outside of the windows. Like I said, Clumsy Idiot is sitting on the ground, still fumbling with his rifle.
Oh my lord.
3 of them appear to be. There's one in the left front corner, 2 on the furthermost wall away, 1 near the staircase, and 1 who's currently still berating Clumsy Idiot.
Oh my god.
And
I have an idea.
Let's hear it, Lloyd.
All right. Are there any places that they're not actually looking at? Because we can get Robert to open up a hole for us to at least crawl in.
Right.
What I was also thinking about doing that would at least take out one of them is using Act 1. What I could do is make, if there's 2 of them together, I can make one of them invisible to the other one, take that one out, and the one that's still alive would have no idea.
Advanced stealth techniques.
Is anyone else looking at Clumsy Idiot and Berating Idiot?
no,
Yeah.
the rest of the humanoids are just like, oh my god, this is happening again. Happens every day, at least. Like everyone else is used to it.
All right.
So,
then we can
here's-
crawl through that window.
Here's the question. Should I take out Clumsy Idiot or Berating?
I think you should leave Clumsy Idiot to fumble with his rifle,
That's true.
at least until he stops fumbling with his rifle.
I think you should let Donovan and I get in first
And
before.
then you 2 can attack.
I mean, back to back and just like bonk,
As much
Berating
as-
Idiot.
I love Act 1. I don't think he could do something's full like health as a takedown.
Yeah, and I know
think
to
so.
aim for the head.
There you go. Yeah.
So.
And Lloyd certainly does.
Well, I mean, all of you guys would know to aim for the head because,
Yeah.
undead.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess now's the time we should start actually infiltrating.
Okay.
Lloyd is going to open up the window and crawl into the one that Berating Idiot and Clumsy Idiot are supposed to be guarding.
All right.
Right.
So you guys, so Lloyd is just straight up crawling into the facility.
Before he does that, I'm going to. I'm not going to do anything. Never mind.
I mean, you did say that each of them were like guarding.
They're a little distracted.
Were like specifically meant to look at like a specific area.
Yes, it appears that 2 of them are. And we're actually going to get to Lloyd entering this window in the next episode of The Bystanders. So tune in next week to see Lloyd shoot a window.
Yeah!
That's.
I
Lisa, don't shoot the window.
I